guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca and I am a stay-at-home mom and an online reseller. And today is going to be another baby video. This is going to be my hospital bag, or what's in my hospital bag video. I am 39 weeks and 2 days pregnant, so we are just waiting for this baby to arrive. And if you are new here, this is my third baby. So I feel like I kind of know what kind of stuff I need to pack and want to pack. This is also the second time I will be at this same hospital. My last baby was born there, and we're going for the same kind of birth, which is an unmedicated birth. And yeah, so I kind of know like what stuff they provide and what they don't. And I also feel like I am not like an overpacker. So just trying to get all my disclaimers out here in the beginning. I don't feel like I'm really an overpacker. Like I said, they do provide like all the postpartum items that I'll need. And this hospital is very small compared to a lot of hospitals. There are only 4 labor and delivery rooms. So it's very like nice and cozy in my opinion. It's just the area we live in is very rural, so it's not big. I will also say that I don't consider myself a minimalist, but I feel like I'm pretty low maintenance. I don't know if that's because I was in the Army for 8 years. My husband was in for 6 years. So as far as a lot of things that people like to bring to feel like homey and cozy, we just don't really care. It doesn't bother us. We've lived in much worse conditions and done a lot worse things as far as like sleeping arrangements and like showers and stuff like that. So there's not going to be a whole bunch of like extra comfort items. We don't care if the towels are a little bit too small or a little too scratchy for like 2 days. We don't care if the pillows aren't super duper fluffy and if they aren't like cozy blankets. But if that's stuff you guys like, that's totally fine. It's just not stuff that we feel like we need to take with us. So you're not going to see any of those kinds of items here. I will also say with planning my unmedicated birth, my last birth was completely unmedicated, which was great. I love the way it went. So I'm planning on doing the same types of things I did last time. So for me, I will say my biggest tip, I guess, that came from my midwife who ended up delivering my second child. When I was talking to her prior to going into labor, and I was like, I just feel like I didn't know how to prepare well because I'm like, I'm not an essential oils person. I don't do yoga. I don't do meditation. I'm like, I'm not into that kind of stuff. And I don't really know how to like get in a good mindset and like prepare to deal with, I mean, what some people, I would call pain. It's pain. You can call it whatever you want. But for me, I'm going to say the pains of labor. I didn't know how to properly prepare, I guess. And her biggest advice was just to say, do what makes you comfortable anytime that you don't feel well. So if you are stressed out, like I'm not talking pregnancy, but in general, if you're a person, if you get stressed out or you're sick or you don't feel good or whatever, what are the things that you do that make you feel better? For some people, that's like taking a bath, or it is essential oils, or it's having calming music, or it's doing some yoga or meditation. For me, it's none of those things. So she's like, if it doesn't work when you're not pregnant, why would it work when you're in labor? And I think that made so much sense. So I'll kind of talk about the things that I am going to use that worked for me personally as we go through everything. And that's just kind of like a why you're not going to see twinkle lights here. You're not going to see playlists for labor. You're not going to see essential oils. You're not going to see that kind of stuff. I don't do that kind of stuff, and I never have, and I don't plan to. So let's get into the things I am going to bring. So the first thing is not really a bag. It's just a couple items that we have sat here. One of those things is my Boppy nursing pillow. I do like having this at the hospital because it is more firm than the hospital pillows. I know I said like I don't really care if they're squishy and comfy, but just for being able to actually nurse. The other pillows just always move around a whole lot, and I felt like this really worked a whole lot better. So I'm going to be bringing this. This will stay in the car until after the baby's born. We, of course, have our car seat and a blanket. It is November here, so we don't put, you know, bulky things on babies in car seats, but we do cover them with a blanket. We've never used an infant car seat like this. We've always used a convertible car seat, but since we now have 3 kids, I feel like this is going to be a better option for us. So we do have the base already installed in our van, but just in case we would be in an accident or something, we're keeping this in the house, and then we'll just take it with us when I go into labor and we head to the hospital. So the first bag that I'm going to show you is actually my diaper bag, and it is going to be what I call my labor bag and also kind of like the baby bag. I don't need to take a lot for the baby because the hospital provides most of that stuff. And like I said, I'm pretty like minimal on the kind of stuff I take for baby. And this will be the only thing that we take in when we go in initially. It'll have anything I need for labor. And then my husband can go out to the car or out to our van and get the rest of the stuff later after the baby's born. So this is the diaper bag. I got this one when I had my second baby. It is a Jujubee BRB like backpack diaper bag. I love this one. It's worked great for us. And right now I do not have it packed as a diaper bag per se. I have it packed as a like labor and delivery bag. But we don't really use it much because my kids are 5 and 2.5. My 2.5-year-old is potty trained during the day. So anytime we go anywhere, we're pretty much taking the van. And I do take, like I keep a box in my van that has like extra clothes in case she would have an accident. But she hasn't had an accident in months and my 5-year-old is fine. We always keep extra clothes in the car for the kids. But we don't feel like I need to take one of these with me like every day, everywhere I go anymore. So that's why I have it packed for the hospital. So we do have just like a changing pad back here. I won't need to use that, but it's just staying in there. And then we have a pacifier pod. And I do have one pacifier. Our hospital does not provide a pacifier, I think, unless your baby's getting circumcised. I'm having a girl, so that doesn't apply here anyway. But yeah, that's I forget when Itsy Ritzy, I think, is the pacifier. Same ones we had for my last baby. Yeah, this is actually the exact same one that we had for my second child, but she never took to a pacifier. So we'll bring this one along, and if we use it and like it, great. If not, then I'm not too worried about it. We'll deal with that when it comes. But I am bringing that one since the hospital does not have those. In this top compartment, I just have these combs. This is for to help like with pain relief during contractions. I did not know about this method with my last baby, so this will be something new to try. My midwife, I actually just came back from an appointment, and she said that they also have combs there to use. But last time, honestly, the only like pain relief that we used is my husband during every contraction would just massage and press a pressure point that's right here in my hand for 7 hours every single contraction, and it worked fine for me. But there are times like when we're driving or if he needs to go to the bathroom or something where I might want something that's, you know, a little bit different, or I need something where if I don't have another person there to help out. So these are super cheap at like Walmart. We're going to give those a try. So I just kept those tucked in the top pocket. And then some of the stuff, like I said, I didn't really unpack. There's nothing like in the front pouch here that's specific to labor and delivery. This is like the mommy pouch, and I didn't pack this specific for labor and delivery either. But there are some things that I will use. I have a hand sanitizer in here, chapstick. I'm lactose intolerant, so I have Lactaid pills, which I'm not going to use during labor, but I have them there for postpartum. And then I just have some like nursing pads, disposable nursing pads. Those are more for like just keeping in the diaper bag for later on. My hospital does provide nursing pads if you need them, but I probably won't need them while I am in the hospital. I'm usually there for like 2 nights. So depending on what time you give birth, you know, it's like 3-ish days, but 2 nights. I will also say you're not going to see a lot of like what I call like basic toiletry type stuff, or like I'm gonna have my purse with me too. So I'm gonna have my chapstick that's in my purse. It's already there. Like my wallet's already there. I know I have like hair ties and stuff in my purse. Like there's a lot of stuff in my purse that I just have on me on a daily basis that I'm not packing separate because I'm going to take my purse with me. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to sit this down and then just pull out what I have. So first thing I have is my birth plan. It's really, I'm not going to like go into it, but you can see it's really basic and simple little pictures. Honestly, I debate even making one because my hospital is very like midwife kind of centered. So they're pretty basic, like do what you want, do what you feel is good. And then they'll ask questions as you go. But I did it just so I can hand it to them and whatever. So I have 3 copies of that, 1 for us to keep and then 2 for like the nurse's station or my charts, whatever they want to put in there. This is one comfort item I am bringing. So with talking about like what kind of things, like when I feel sick or don't feel good, what kind of things make me feel better. So I feel like I kind of resort to like childhood. And like I want like fuzzy cozy blankets and stuff. I don't want to bring a bunch of like fuzzy blankets for labor, like that's kind of annoying. But I did bring this guy last time and it did work really well. I think I was like 7 centimeters by the time I felt like I needed this. It was during a check and I was just like laying in the bed and I just like started crying and I was like tired and felt kind of not sad, but you know, it'd been a couple hours. So just having something fuzzy that was able to like rub up on my face and like felt comforting. This guy did the trick for that. It's just a lovey that like my kids don't really use loveys, but yeah, he's fuzzy and soft and I like fuzzy soft things when I feel sad or am dealing with something like pain or whatever. So I do have that guy. I have a whole bag of baby stuff I'll show after I go through the other labor things. So I've got a nice big Gatorade. I can eat and drink during labor, especially since I'm not planning on getting an epidural. But I talked to my midwife today and she's like, you can kind of do whatever you want as far as she's concerned until I get an epidural, or if I would. But I don't really get that hungry during labor. I don't know if most people do who are going unmedicated. So I don't really need much, but do want to keep drinking. And sometimes you want something a little bit more than water. This has some electrolytes in it. I know it has sugar in it. I'm not like a health nut, so I do have that. I always keep this little pouch, and it's usually more full than it is, but I emptied it out for my labor bag. It's just kind of like a little hygiene bag. So in here, I just have some dirty diaper, like poop bags, whatever. Probably won't need those, but they're going to stay in the diaper bag anyway. A pacifier clip, some diaper cream, which is the Boudreaux's butt paste. Probably won't need that for the hospital, but it'll stay in the diaper bag. And the Frida Baby nail clippers. I know so many people freak out about clipping babies' nails. I personally don't understand the concern. I don't know. I have a cat. I've always had cats growing up, and I feel like if you can cut a cat or a dog's nails, you can cut a baby's nails. With that being said, I probably won't cut her nails, even though they usually come out really long. My other kids did, but they've basically been like soaked in water, amniotic fluid, for the last 9 months. So it is hard to cut them because they're like paper thin and like they just kind of bend. So probably won't be cutting her nails in the first like 2 days. Like I'll wait until they dry a little more and they're actually cuttable. But the whole like baby nail file thing, I never got on board with that. I mean, it's cool if other people want to do it, but I'm not scared to cut kids' nails. My oldest is 5 and I have never cut either of them while cutting their nails. That's never happened. So that's just my 2 cents. And then I have this pouch, which I got from like the Target dollar spot a while ago. And I usually keep snacks in here for my kids, but these are going to be snacks for the hospital. Most of these I won't have during labor just because I don't usually get hungry, like I said, but I will have them for postpartum. But for during labor, I do have, these are actually my kids. I stole some of them, just a little applesauce pouches. Because that is something, you know, it's liquidy. It's kind of easy if you want a little bit of something that's easy on your stomach. And I do have some of these like Propel mix-ins, but I probably won't use those during labor since I have the giant Gatorade. And then I have some other little snacks, like some protein bars and granola bars, things like that are mostly for postpartum, during the middle of the night if I need to. But I will say that at my hospital, they've always let me order like a decent amount of food at each meal, and I usually order extra. And I can keep it in like the little fridge that they have there. And then in the middle of the night, I have a nice little snack. So I haven't really needed to use my own snacks, but I'm going to bring some anyway. And then also if my husband gets hungry during my labor, which he usually does, he can have those as well. I will not be showing any kind of like husband's hospital bag because he's a big boy and he can pack his own bag. And this is the third time we're doing this, so he knows what he needs to take and what he doesn't. The other thing I am taking with me, I usually just wear the hospital gowns. Once again, I don't really care, what I'm laboring in. Those get messy and dirty. And I actually got pretty cold last time during labor and I put my sweatpants back on that I had worn there. I don't get like really hot and all that stuff, but I am kind of a modest person. So I like to be covered up. The downstairs doesn't really matter. I feel like during labor, you should just have like their big mesh undies on. But I do like having my top covered. So I do have this like swimsuit top. So if I want to get in the shower, which I did last time, I was in there for like 5 minutes before she was born, but I have a swimsuit top, so I can put that on if I want to get in the water. And they didn't have birthing or laboring tubs last time, but they do have like some sort of inflatable laboring tub this time, I guess. So I might utilize that, in which case I would probably want that because I just don't like being exposed. I have a wet bag. These are usually for cloth diapers, but I also like to keep them for dirty clothes. So that's nice in case I have something, anything dirty or dirty like baby clothes and stuff later on that we want to take back home with us and wash, or anything that gets like spit up on, stuff like that. This is the bag I'm taking for the baby items. This bag is just like those bags you get like bed sheets in and stuff when you order them. I keep them because they're good to like reuse and, whatever. It doesn't have to be fancy. So I don't take a whole lot. This is actually more than I've ever taken for a baby, to be honest. But once again, the hospital provides like everything we need. We don't need to take diapers and wipes and all that. They'll give us stuff to take home too. But the different thing this time is the hospital typically puts them in these like just these long sleeve shirts. But for whatever reason, they always put them, and I confirmed this time about the size. The shirts are like 3 to 6 month size. And they're so big on the babies, and honestly, it just bugs me. Like, I don't like ill-fitting clothes on my babies. I don't know why. It's just like they're already scrunched up, and then you put them in something that doesn't fit, and it's just annoying to me. So this time I did like splurge, I guess, and buy newborn size of basically the same thing that they're going to put them in there. These are just from Carter's, just long sleeve. They have fold over mitts, so I can use those if need be. Yeah, just basic little shirts, so they can still do all the exams they need to do on the baby and everything. And if they all get messed up, then we'll use the hospital ones. But I just prefer to have something that's actually going to fit the baby a little bit better. Like I said, the ill-fitting massive ones are just, I don't like it. And the hand covers, I don't usually put hand covers on my babies. Baby mittens, they fall off. We used socks on my first baby, and probably use socks on my second baby a little bit too. But generally speaking, I don't cover their hands. Like, I don't want to cover them when they're awake because they need to like explore and stuff. And when they're asleep, they usually had their arms swaddled, so they weren't going to be scratching themselves anyway. But the time I did use them the most is when I was nursing because, they would like kind of claw at you, and they got these daggers and these, they're scratching me. So that was the time I really wanted to use them more than anything. But anyway, I have a pack of 4 of these white ones, and then this is from the brand Petite Lem. I just got this one secondhand. Same concept though, just really cute. And they can use those in the hospital. I probably won't really use them when we get home, but for the hospital, since they're always swaddled there, and getting exams and stuff done. I just brought those. I did bring just one pair of socks. We can use them as mittens if we need to, but also in case, like, when I am nursing, sometimes their feet gets, come out from under a blanket, or if you're covered up or whatever. So might want to put some socks on just to keep their toes a little bit warmer. Then we have this little sign. Just says just born. I've never done, like, I don't know, any kind of signs or whatever with my babies before, but my mom actually made a bunch of these like milestone markers for me for this baby. So I'm going to bring that one along, take a picture with. I always make a hat for my babies. I crochet a hat for each of them. I get a picture of them in the hospital, and then I put it in their baby box. So for this baby, I decided to go with a bonnet style. So I just crocheted this little bonnet for her. Hopefully it fits. You never know how big their head's gonna be, but I'm sure it'll be fine just for pictures. So just this cute little pink one. And then I'm bringing two other hats. The hospital hats are fine too. These are more for like going home. But I have just this like white ribbed one. I think this is just like a Gerber, Modern Moments by Gerber. There we go. Got that thrifted, and that was brand new. And then I have this little copper pearl one. I feel like my camera's not focusing, but it just has these like little pink flowers on it. I got these secondhand offline. And I just feel like these tall style ones stay on babies' heads so much better than those little like cap ones. Those never stayed on my babies' heads. So that's why I got those ones. And then I have two outfits for her. Basically, I have two because there's a good chance that I'll put her in one and then she'll spit up immediately or something, and I had to change her. So that's why I always bring two, but also because I'm not sure if we're going to have our kids come to the hospital to meet her or not. With our first, obviously he was the first, so that didn't happen. The second one was during COVID, so that didn't happen. Third one, we'll see. It depends kind of how long we're in there and how things are going. I might just wait to introduce them until we get home. But we do have this little sleeper. It says little sister. So it's just a zip up sleeper. And then if I don't do that one, we have this pink one. It's like a Cloud Island one with little ruffles. So the hats are kind of to go with those a little bit. I think that'll kind of go well. And this can just go with whatever. But that's all I'm bringing for like baby clothes. I'm not bringing any swaddles or anything like that. We'll be fine with everything the hospital has. And everything I brought is newborn size. Both my other kids were newborn size. And this baby, as I anticipate she'll be newborn, but we'll see. I can't imagine she'd be that much bigger. So they were both born like the 7-pound range. I'm expecting the same for this baby. So that is literally everything that I am bringing for laboring. Like I said, I don't need anything really to labor with. Last time I just focused on what I was doing. I didn't need music or, like I said, any of that other stuff. So we won't be bringing any of those things. If for some reason I would end up needing like an epidural or something, my husband can go out and get the other bag out of the car that might have some other things that would be nice to have if it's going to be a longer labor. But we don't anticipate it being like super duper long. We were at the hospital around 7 hours before my second was born. And this is the third, so hopefully it'll go a little bit faster. But that is all for that one. The second and last bag that I'm bringing is this like weekender style bag. I got this one new with my last baby as well. It's just from Amazon. It's Bayosha. I don't know. It's just some probably Chinese brand, whatever. But I'll show you what I have packed in here. So I use packing cubes. I actually have this one that's empty right now, but I'm gonna keep it nearby in case we have other things to put in it. This is like my little electronics bag. So in here I have this little bag that has 2 portable chargers. Most of this, so all this stuff is gonna be like postpartum stuff, not labor stuff. But 2 chargers, they're already charged. And then I have like charging cables and stuff. I won't take them all out, but charging cables and stuff for like the night light and the white noise machine, which I will show you here in just a second. But those are already charged as well, but in case we need to charge them again while we're there, I have that. And there's some like my phone charger and stuff will probably go in here. But right now, I have a list of stuff to pack later. That's kind of on that list. So like I said, I am taking a white noise machine. We use this one. It's the Hush. I think it's Yoga Sleep is the brand. Yeah. We don't use like any Hatch or anything like that in the nursery. This is our only sound machine. I don't like taking sound machines with us everywhere we go, like daytime naps and stuff with a newborn. I don't use this. I only use it for nighttime sleep or like during that postpartum period when they're sleeping during the day. But if we go out somewhere, I don't take it with us. So I'm really taking this for me in the hospital because I'm a light sleeper, and all those hormones and adrenaline and everything postpartum makes it hard for me to sleep. My babies, I've never taken a white noise machine with us to the hospital before, but my babies have never needed one. They sleep fine. They just went through like a pretty heavy duty event with being born. So they've usually slept pretty well the first day, and the second day they just cluster feed anyway. So I need this though to help me sleep. Hopefully it will help me do that. But I have that and the charging cord in the bag. And then I have this Vava little, I keep wanting to say night light, which a lot of people have talked about recently, but I've had this one since our second child. Whew, okay. Pregnancy, can't talk. This was really good. I did bring this to the hospital last time, and I used this on our nightstand when we get home, but it is really nice because you can change how bright the light is and stuff, and it's nice for in the middle of the night. That way you don't have like the big hospital room lights on. So this is definitely comes in handy. Next is a packing cube of things that I plan to use while at the hospital. So in this one I have these are the LV, what are they called? LV Catch, I think. They're just like milk catchers. They're like breast covers, nipple covers, whatever. So my milk doesn't usually come in until I get home, but I'm going to take them anyway, just in case I have a little bit or just need some protection. I usually just honestly am like out and about postpartum because that's the way my nipples heal the best. But you know, if there's people coming in the room and stuff, sometimes you want to be a little more covered up, but you don't want your clothes like laying on them. So I like to have these. So we'll try those out this time. I have this bag. It's just, I use it for dirty laundry. I have 2 pairs of regular socks. I don't feel the need for the big fluffy fuzzy socks because I'm usually in bed most of the time in the hospital resting. My feet are under the blankets and the covers, and that's enough for me to keep my feet warm. So I just use regular socks. Pretty much everything in here is dark colored. A lot of people talk about that. There's reasons why people do that because things can get messy. I do have one nursing bra that is like a sleep style, just pull aside one. I have that one to go with this nightgown if I choose to use it. I'm not usually a nightgown person, but I happen to find this one thrifted. It's a motherhood maternity one. It's one of those like labor and delivery gowns, I think. Which I said I won't be using. I'll just use the hospital gowns because it doesn't bother me. But this one's gray, and it has where you can pull aside and nurse. And it has clip downs up here also for nursing. And it has snaps down the back for, you know, if you were going to need like an epidural or something. And it also has, let me see if I can find it. Now we're all turned around. I think it has pockets. Does it have pockets? Yes, it has pockets. So if I do want something like this, oh, and it has snaps down the front too for belly rubs and all the fun things I come after delivering. But if I wear this is not like a very supportive top. So I'll probably want to wear the sleep bra under it. But like I said, I kind of doubt I'll wear it. We'll just have to see. Typically what I like to wear postpartum in the hospital is what I'm going to show you next, but it's just like a nursing cami, like these tank tops. So I think these ones are just like from Walmart, but it's just a nice tank top with like a shelf bra in it, and it clips down for nursing. I prefer that. It's just more comfortable, and then I don't wear anything on the bottom half because they're checking you all the time and you're going to the bathroom all the time. And once again, I'm in the bed, so I have my blankets pulled up over my legs anyway. So I do have 2 of those nursing camis because I like to change out of things. And then I have this like cardigan. So that way when I get chilly, I can cover up. I don't like hanging out just in a nursing bra because I like having my stomach covered. Once again, I'm just more of a modest person. I like to be more covered if I can. So that's kind of the clothes I have. Just the one cardigan, the 2 camis, the sleep bra, and the gown. We'll see. That should be fine. We live like 20 minutes from the hospital, so my husband could in theory come home and get stuff if I needed it, but I think we'll be fine with that. I do plan to shower after after a couple hours or whatever. I did that last time and it felt really good to get a nice shower, but I won't like change into any of these clothes until then, because I feel like you just feel gross, and why put clean clothes on a dirty body? I'll just wear their gown until I get a shower. So that's everything for my postpartum clothes. Then I have a bag that's more of like my going home bag. So that's this one. So in here I have another pair of regular socks. I have 2 of like the adult diapers. I have no problem using the mesh underwear while I'm there. I just feel like these ones are a little bit easier to use. So when I'm leaving the hospital, it's nice just to put one of these on. Everything feels a little bit more contained than the mesh underwear. And I brought a second one because once again, you never know, if you put one on, then something happens and you need a second one. And then for what I plan to wear home, I have another black nursing cami that I plan to wear. And then I have this like maternity set. It's like these green camo sweatpants with a nice stretchy waistband. And this sweatshirt that is like basically open on the side. So it's really easy for nursing. So I'm gonna have the cami underneath of this because I don't want to have to like change when I get home. I just want to come home and be comfy already. I think I said it is November, so it is cold here, so I do need like something warm to wear. That's the only things I have packed for coming home. The green camo is not like my style. I don't know if it's like, once again, I was in the army, so I don't know if I'm like opposed to it because of that, but I got it thrifted and it'll work fine. I don't really care about being fancy. We're not going to be stopping at anyone's house or anything on the way home. We're just going to go home with the baby. And then we probably won't even pick up our big kids that day. Most likely we'll wait until the next day or something like that to get them, because they will be they're going to be like 35 minutes away. So that's all the clothing I'm bringing. And then the last thing I have is my toiletry bag. So for toiletries, I have this bag. It is Jaggard's. I don't know. Once again, I got this during my last pregnancy. And it's a hanging toiletry bag. I don't have a whole lot in here right now because I'm still using most of my toiletries. But it's nice to have one that hangs, and then this bottom part actually zips off completely, so you can use just that one. So the items that I have in here, there's 2 hair ties in here. There's these makeup remover wipes. These are the Neutrogena ones. Also just for like cleaning my face. At home, I use the magic erasers and my cellar water with cotton balls, but I don't want to pack all of that and like pack wet towels and stuff like that. So just use some of these disposable ones. And I don't really plan on like wearing makeup, but depending on how I feel and what time of day I go into labor, I might not want to like feel like taking my makeup off, or my, you know, whatever. So if I want to take my makeup off, it's there. I have some of these like soft pick like flosser things. I don't know. We got the coupon for them expired 3 years ago, so I'm sure they will get used well. I'm also packing these, which I don't see a lot of people talk about, but these are wisps. I did not pack them last time, but I did pack them the first time, so I guess I forgot. These were really nice when I had the epidural, actually, because I couldn't get out of bed, but when my teeth felt gross, I still wanted to like kind of brush, but not have to like spit into something or whatever. So, you know, they're just like these little, essentially like mini toothbrushes. And, you know, I probably won't use them during like labor or anything, which is why they're in my postpartum bag, but they're there. I don't know if I'll use them, but they're there for me or my husband, you know, if either of us feel like we need to freshen up, but for whatever reason don't have or can't make it to like the bathroom to properly brush our teeth. And then the next section is mostly like my shower stuff. So it's just like a bunch of toiletries. So I have like shampoo. I think this is, yeah, body wash, conditioner. I'm not a dry shampoo person. I do just wash my hair every single day because it gets oily if I don't. Some face wash, lotion, and this is just like a 10-in-1 hair perfector. I usually use it for like static. The hospitals are dry too, so that might come in handy. And these are not like the normal like brands I use at home, but it's just what I already have. We don't travel a lot, so those last us a while. So it probably has some of that stuff for like, I don't know, maybe since I had my last baby. It's hard to say, but it'll be just fine. And then I have Q-tips because I love using Q-tips when I get out of the shower. Just a mini toothpaste. And this is definitely needed. This is After Ease, which I know a lot of people talk about. It's a tincture for helping with postpartum contractions, which you'll get when you are nursing, because the nursing helps your uterus start to like contract more so it can control the bleeding and all of that. I used this last time and it was definitely a lifesaver. I remember like forgetting to use it during one of my nursing sessions and I could tell it hurt. So they say they get worse with every baby. So yay, that should be fun. It tastes pretty terrible, but that's okay. It's worth it. And it's not cheap either, but I will definitely want that postpartum when I am nursing, so I am not in any extra pain. And that's all I have in my toiletry bag right now. Obviously, there will be other things that get added later. And then I do have like a checklist sheet that I printed off and I've been adding to. So these are just like last minute checklist items. So items that I'm going to pack last minute would be my toothbrush, my vitamins. They do provide like vitamins and stuff there. Like they provide like a prenatal vitamin, but it's like a horse pill, and I take gummy vitamins because I can't do pills well. So I'll take my own and just let them know that I brought my own. And then the other stuff I'll take that's theirs. Like they'll provide me with like Colace and Tylenol and stuff like that. So I will have that there. I'll pack my deodorant, my comb. I am going to take some makeup. I don't glam out on makeup anyway, but I will take like concealer. I think I have like a BB cream, eyeliner, and like an eyebrow pencil. Whether I use it, I don't know, but like I do have bad skin sometimes and I'm kind of self-conscious of it. So if I want to take some pictures or even just to go home, depending on how I'm feeling, I might throw some like concealer on some spots I have or something like that. So I'll take just a little bit. I'm not going to take like eyeshadow and blush and contour or any of that stuff. I will, of course, want my phone charger. I don't think I have a 10-foot charger like everyone says, but I'm going to just take the one that I have because I'm pretty sure it's the same one I used last time, which means it probably worked fine. And if for some reason it is too short, I'd have those portable chargers that I can use as well. I will take a tumbler and a water bottle I'm not sure which I'm going to take yet, but last time it was 2021, so we were still in COVID era. They did not provide me with like a big water jug like a lot of hospitals do, and I don't know if it was because of COVID, but they also couldn't take my water bottle to their water fountain or whatever and fill up. They had to just bring me like styrofoam cups worth of water, which is really weird. So I don't quite know if they're going to have like a big jug of water for me, so I'm going to take my own just in case. I'll of course take my purse. Like I said, a whole bunch of stuff is in there. I'm going to take my headphones, my Bluetooth headphones, and the charger for those. I probably won't use them, but just in case, if I am up feeding the baby or something and, you know, my husband's asleep or something and I want to watch a video, then I can do that. I'm going to pack some crackers. I did show you some of the snacks I had before. The only snack I had during labor last time was some saltines, and the hospital gave them to me, but just in case, like, I don't know, I just like, it's nice to have them in the room with me. I don't have to worry about asking someone for them. And that's really just like, if I feel like I need a little bit of something in my stomach. I really don't get hungry, but like last time I got a little nauseous, and having the saltine just helped and took my nausea away. So I'll probably just pack a couple of saltine crackers in my labor bag. And then Thanksgiving outfit for a baby. So I'm due 2 days before Thanksgiving, which is this coming week. And we don't know obviously when she's coming. So if I go into labor and think I'm going to be in the hospital over Thanksgiving, I have like a little outfit that I had bought for Thanksgiving that I'll probably take with us. And then I can take a picture of her in that as well. On here, I also have a category called wear, what I'm going to wear to the hospital. Once again, I probably will have time and I'll probably be at home when I go into labor. That seems to be how it usually works. But I'm just going to wear a comfy outfit. I have like a sweatsuit, loungy kind of outfit I'll probably wear. Slides, like slide sandals. That's what I wore last time. And the best thing about these, they are from Target. I think the brand is called Shade and Shore. I got them during my last pregnancy. And they are like a double buckle, so they're adjustable if my feet are swollen. I just wear my socks with them. I don't care about the socks and sandals thing when I'm in labor going to the hospital. I just do that. And then I can easily wear those around the hospital. I don't worry about like the non-slip socks because I'm going to wear shoes in the hospital anyway, except for like when I'm laboring. I really don't care. I'll wear their socks. It doesn't bother me. But the nice thing is I can also just take my socks off and wear those as shower shoes, wear them in the shower, dry them off when I come out, and then wear them just like regular shoes again. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm not packing any like extra shower shoes or anything. And then I did write a coat just in case I'm really like out of it when we're leaving and I forget to bring a coat with me. But it is cold. So those are things I'm going to wear. And then I have one more section called to-dos. These are things I need to do before we leave the house. So one of the big things is I need to pack the bags for my big kids. I'm not packing them ahead of time because we just need to use their clothes and stuff. I'm pretty quick at packing their bags at this point. So I'm going to pack their bags and their outerwear. And once again, depending on when we go, their Thanksgiving outfits, because they may be somewhere else for Thanksgiving, unfortunately, if we're in the hospital. And also I got them big brother and big sister shirts. So take those, pack those along in case they come as well. And then I just have to adjust our heaters. We have pellet stoves and a mini split that heat our house. So we just need to make sure they're either shut off or set to whatever we need them to be. Feed our cat, because we're probably not going to have anyone check in on our cat unless for some reason we're gone much longer. But like I said, we live 20 minutes away from the hospital. And she's a cat. She's pretty self-sufficient. She can just chill here for like 2 or 3 days and be fine. So we'll make sure her food and water are topped off, scoop out her litter box before we leave. And then the last thing is to remove my second child's car seat from our van. Both sets of grandparents have one extra seat that they can use for our oldest, but we'll need to leave our second child's seat so that can be used in anyone's vehicle. And that is everything. So like I said, I don't feel like I really packed like a ton of stuff, but I don't feel like I really need to use a ton of stuff. The hospital has everything. They got mesh undies. They got the spray. They got, I don't need a fancy upside down Perry bottle. The other ones, they worked fine for me in the last 2 deliveries. The first one I had an episiotomy, so I never had an issue with that. Yeah, I don't know. They provide a lot of stuff. I'm in the US, so they, they're going to charge us for it, but I take that stuff home. They'll give us some baby wipes and diapers to bring home. Probably won't need that stuff on the way home anyway, but that's pretty much everything. So same thing with like nipple cream too. I don't think I mentioned that, but I'm not going to bring nipple cream. They have nipple cream. And honestly, what I've found that works the best is if after I nursed, I just would hand express a little bit of milk and use that as like a nipple cream and then just air dry. And honestly, that worked the best. And in the hospital, everybody's seeing boobs anyway. It doesn't really matter. If someone will come in, you can just like kind of throw your cardigan over or whatever. But that's what I used last time. My milk usually comes in like the day I get home or the day after. So, if I would need something though, they have everything there. They have lactation right there. They have pumps. I don't need to take my pumps with me. Yeah, I think that's everything. So if you have any questions about anything I am or am not bringing, feel free to leave them in the comments. You can leave suggestions if you want, but this probably won't go out until after I've already had the baby, if things go as planned. We don't really have a plan, but I'm hoping to not be pregnant super long after this video. And I think that's pretty much it. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.